Here's your wrestling news for October 5th, 2020. And your headlines for today include: will NXT be involved in the WWE draft or not? WWE clarifies. Adam Cole attack angle closes NXT TakeOver 31. WWE Performance Center gets a new name after renovation. Ember Moon revealed as mystery returning WWE NXT champion during TakeOver 31. Mocks Bo Dallas. Furloughed WWE talent is called back by WWE. Famous WWE vehicles discovered rotting outside for decades. Marty Jannetty admits to committing horrible things when he was a teenager. Why Triple H fought for NXT to stay out of WWE Thunderdome. Chris Jericho comes clean about heat with Goldberg. AJ Styles reveals how he was knocked out by former WWE superstar, and more. We're kicking off today with this week's draft, as there's rumors that this year NXT will play a big part in the shakeup. In the past, the Gold brand has had a limited role, with some NXT superstars being selected in 2016's brand extension, and the show having a minor role in last year's draft. Earlier this week, though, WWE posted a tweet asking fans who they would draft to Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, indicating that all three brands will be involved. With that in mind, the tweet was quickly deleted, and our sources say it was just an error on part of the social media team, but it certainly got fans talking. It'll be interesting to see if this was a simple error as claimed, or if this year's draft, which will start on this Friday's SmackDown and end on next Monday's Raw, sees any Gold brand superstars move to a new home. But one thing we know is that the landscape of WWE is about to undergo some major changes. Speaking of NXT, last night saw TakeOver 31, which didn't go too well for the Undisputed Era. Earlier in the night, it was revealed that Adam Cole had been attacked backstage, but that didn't stop Kyle O'Reilly from giving his all in the main event, where he challenged Finn Balor for the NXT Championship, though he ultimately came up short against the Prince. Post-match, both champion and challenger showed a sign of respect as they shook hands, but this was interrupted by Ridge Holland, who carried the laid-out Cole on his shoulder and tossed him over the barricade. This, in turn, led to the rest of the Undisputed Era, Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong, to come out and check on their fallen comrade, though Holland was long gone by that point of the show. It looks like the former rugby league star will be feuding with Cole from now on, which should end rumors that Cole, or the entire Undisputed Era, will be called up in this week's draft, and time will tell just how well Holland fares in what'll be his biggest feud to date. Last night's event took place at WWE's Performance Center, but the location has now received a brand new look and name. From now on, the venue will be called the Capitol Wrestling Center, a callback to the Capitol Wrestling Corporation, which was founded by Jess McMahon and later Vincent James McMahon, the father of the chairman, in 1953. Speaking to Sports Illustrated about the Capitol Wrestling Center, Triple H revealed that the name isn't the only change to the venue, as he said the area will have all the bells and whistles of the Amway Center Thunderdome, but will keep the edgier feel of NXT. The new name wasn't the only big difference at the Capitol Wrestling Center, as fans were able to attend live, albeit in very specific areas. Wrestling Inc. are reporting that bringing back live fans was a main reason for this renovation, and all fans must test negative before entering, must wear their mask at all times, and also pass a screening survey. They added, "Each group that arrives will be taken separately from everyone else to their pod prior to the start of the show. The same procedure will be used when exiting afterwards. Fans will not intermingle with any NXT talent." Fans were kept in pods during the show, similar to Michael Cole's coal mine of 2011, as the WWE isn't taking any risks with the new center. And with plans for full capacity by 2021, this revamped center and live fans may be just what WWE needs to get the edge on AEW, especially in that crucial 18 to 49 demographic. More from TakeOver 31 next, as fans were teased with the return of a former champion at the show, and we finally got our answer. After the Io Shirai-Candice LeRae match, Toni Storm returned to the Gold brand, with many believing the former NXT UK Women's Champion was the one returning, but then a video package played of the mystery superstar arriving on their motorbike. Removing their helmet, the mystery superstar was revealed to be Ember Moon, a former NXT Women's Champion, and it's clear she wants to hold the gold again. This is certainly a feel-good story, as Moon had previously described her injury as possibly career-ending, which may be why fans didn't suspect her. Instead, a popular theory was that Bo Dallas would be returning to NXT, and on Twitter, Moon poked fun at this, telling fans if you Bo leave, anything can happen. Now, the She-Nom is back after an underwhelming main roster run, and we can only hope that she fares better in the Gold brand from now on. Though TakeOver 31 just happened, we're already looking ahead, as the show is bringing back one of the most requested intellectual properties of WCW. During TakeOver, a commercial was played featuring Shotzi Blackheart howling at the moon, hyping the fact that NXT will host Halloween Havoc on October 28th. Ever since WCW closed its doors, fans have been wanting to see Halloween Havoc and its giant pumpkin return. Though WWE have brought back events like Starrcade and the Great American Bash, this October tradition continued to go unused for years. This will be the first Halloween Havoc under the WWE banner, following the company's purchase of WCW way back in 2001, and though no matches have been announced so far, we expect costumes and characters on what's sure to be the spookiest night of WWE's calendar. We are looking back at WWE's April 15th releases now, as another name has been brought back to the company. Earlier this year, referee-turned-producer Scott Armstrong was furloughed, but is now back behind the scenes, as he posted a selfie backstage at TakeOver 31 with the caption confirming he's, quote, back in the saddle. Armstrong teased something big had happened to him recently, as when referee D.A. Brewer's bike was stolen, Armstrong replied saying he's got a good story for him, and it looks like this is the story in question. With a career that started back in 1983, Armstrong brings nearly 40 years of experience to his role as a producer, and after a rough year, which has seen Scott furloughed and his father Bullet Bob die in August, it's good to see some good news for the Armstrong family. Now, WWE TV has featured many famous cars in the past, from Eddie Guerrero's lowriders to JBL's limo, but not every car gets a great send-off when their time is up. Instead, many vehicles are just abandoned when they're no longer needed by the company, something that a reader of Jalopnik recently discovered when they found Vince McMahon's legendary cement-filled Corvette. When Stone Cold Steve Austin filled the car with cement on the October 12, 1998 Raw, the vehicle was priced at $50,000, though we reckon being undrivable for the past 22 years, weighing a ton to move, as well as having weeds growing out of it, may have diminished its resale value slightly. With that in mind, we're sure there's plenty of WWE fans who'd love to own a one-of-a-kind piece of wrestling history like this, and with WWE still without a physical Hall of Fame, auctioning off this car may be what's best for business. We've got an update from Marty Jannetty now, as the former Rocker has given more about his controversial past. Earlier this year, Jannetty seemingly confessed to killing a man in his teens, as the man was trying to assault the younger Marty, but after involvement by the Georgia Bureau of Investigations, explained that this was part of a storyline. This defense raised a lot of questions, as we've never heard of a promotion using this angle or booking Marty, and while speaking to Hannibal TV, the former superstar admitted that what happened was actually real, adding, "I have to say it's a storyline for the police department. Me and my nephew poured gasoline on the body and we burned the body up. There were so many bone things that we dug a hole and we put the bones in there." Jannetty also added that he was angry at people being mad at him for killing someone, rather than the person who tried to force themselves on him. We'll have to see if the Georgia Bureau of Investigations gets involved again due to this new revelation, but for now, it seems that Jannetty has been caught lying about this terrible incident. Back to NXT now, and though the Gold brand and 205 Live will now air from the Capitol Wrestling Center, that nearly didn't happen. While speaking to Sports Illustrated about the new venue, Triple H revealed that there were talks of having NXT at the Thunderdome, an idea he was very resilient to. He said, "The spectacle of it is awesome, but one of my goals is to make sure NXT has its own feel and vibe. Now we're ready to make our splash, and when people see what we have created, people will understand why this is the best environment for us." The fact that the Amway Center's logo appeared in one of Ember Moon's mysterious vignettes caused many fans to believe that the Gold brand was soon to be moving to the Thunderdome. But now, NXT and 205 Live will have their own home and their own feel to their programming, thanks to Triple H. Two people fans won't be seeing at the Capitol Wrestling Center are Chris Jericho and Bill Goldberg, and despite rumors of backstage heat between the two for years, that's no longer the case, according to Y2J himself. Speaking on the latest edition of his Saturday Night Special, Le Champion spoke about the real animosity between the two that existed in the past, but added that those negative feelings aren't there anymore. He added, "Bill and I have a good rapport. We got along great in WCW before we got pitted against each other. Went to hockey games with each other. Nothing but love for Bill." With how unpredictable wrestling is, especially nowadays, we'll have to see if Jericho and Goldberg ever share the same ring again, though it's not looking likely at this present moment, but very few things are certain in the world of professional wrestling. And we're ending today with news from AJ Styles, who's spoken on his Twitch account about one of the most painful bumps he's ever experienced. On the stream, the Phenomenal One spoke about his TNA days where he faced D'Lo Brown, and added that when he was on a table, Brown frog splashed him from a ladder, causing him to black out. Styles says he remembers being in a dreamlike state and telling himself that he needs to get up, which is exactly what he did, and he went on to finish the match. The former WWE champion added that he did not suffer a concussion and instead attributed him blacking out to having the air knocked out of him, but concussion or not, this clearly wasn't a fun bump for the Phenomenal One to take.